All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome again to Real Talk. Yes, this is Joyce Spencer Mintz coming to you live. Hoping that everyone can hear me well. We're waiting on our guests to come in. Of course, yesterday we had a lot of mishaps going on, so we had to cancel Real Talk until today. So, all right, don't everybody come in at one time. Let's first and foremost, say thank you for following us and thank you for supporting us. Thank you for all that you've been doing to help my daughter's house. Our relapse for recovery and our recovery for relapse and prevention program for women in addiction and abuse. Um, our support groups, we want to thank you. We also want to thank you in advance for all the support you're giving for our community event coming up with New Unity Missionary Baptist Church. Um, we're going to really be serving the community in Winston-Salem, 27105 area code, and I am excited and looking forward to that. It's always wonderful to help people in need. So, y'all know what's going on. I got a little hairdo going on here. We ain't going to talk about it, y'all. But I know y'all going to talk about me in the group chat, but it's all right. I can get through this too. Sometimes you get it wrong, and it's okay. You wash it out and do it again. But I hope everybody's having a good night tonight. And I'm waiting on my guests to come in who, of course, yesterday they were late. Now I don't know what's going on today. Why I don't see them. So I probably need to send the link to them again. But in the meantime, we'll get a little bit our business at hand. I don't here, as usual, we say you have the right to agree or disagree with anything that we say here. We're still gonna love you. We're glad to be able to come and service you tonight in this stream. And we're hoping that a word said, a prayer, something that's said will help you not only to be better, but do better. That is our wish. Tonight, we're going to be encouraging one another. As the Bible tells us that iron sharpens iron, so does a brother sharpen the countenance of his brethren. So I want to thank y'all in advance for being here tonight. And of course, I'm still waiting on the guests to chime in. So I've sent the link out, and one of our co hosts was responsible for our title tonight. And we're going to see what's going to happen with that. Hopefully, they have done their homework assignment, and we will get started with our show tonight. Um, Also, I want to remind you that we're still taking donations for our back to school project that we're doing. That's going to be happening at the community event as well, August the 12th. So, if you would like to donate, we have a cash app. We also you can send checks. You can go to our website, www.mydaughtershouse2.com, to see where to send those checks to. Or you could just call me. My phone number is there, um, also on our website. And we also have our emails up and all kind of other contact information. So, once again, I guess y'all know I'm going to probably be going solo, and it's okay. I don't mind doing that because tonight, um, our co-host said that her subject, what did she just text me? Nope, not even gonna say it. If she's not gonna be here, I'm not gonna say it. We'll wait for her to show up. So in the meantime, again, like I said, tonight we want to have a night about encouraging one another. Because that's so important. I've got a little something going on, but it'll be okay. So waiting on your comments. If you have a question right now is a great time that you can ask. Shoot it up in the banner. We'll see it. Go to the comments section, send your comments, and it'll be a great time to be able to answer anything that you may like to ask or join into the stream. So we're here just to make sure that everybody understands and knows what it is we do and why we do what we do. Okay. I don't know what happened right here, but I'm working on it. You guys, I'm truly working on it. So our guests are coming in, we hope. And I know if I can get off, if I can get back and do this in this short length of time, so can they. So I'm gonna shoot this one more time. And okay, that's the last review they will get right there. If they don't come in, it's okay. We'll continue on. So guess what? I wanted to talk tonight. A couple of wonderful things that have happened, and and I'm really glad because sometimes when you're helping others, you don't always get the thank you. I kind of felt like um, when you get a blessing and you forget to thank God for giving you that blessing. Well, I had some wonderful things happen today. Talking with some young people that I've been helping, basically doing peer support with. And it is so awesome when you get a great return on what you're doing, and especially when you're serving someone else. And so it gives me hope for our future, hope for our young people generation, because we do still have young people out there who are listening when we tell them or give them advice or share something in our lives, because everybody has a story. So when you share some experience that you've gone through and really being truthful and honest with them, I find that they open up. They really do. And they are really listening. So, and the results of that is when you get good reports back because they've been paying attention to what you have been telling them. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all later when the future millionaires step up, homeowners, um, entrepreneurs. I'm telling you, these young people are ready to go, paying attention, correcting their financial mistakes at an early age to create wealth and financial stability as they grow. That is important. We have to quit letting our children, young teens going into college, or if they're already finished with college and they're out here and they don't have any financial wisdom, they don't know, how to truly read through a contract and understand what is going on, go out and rent something that they can't afford, and then wreck their credit, and not only their basic credit, but wreck their rental credit, because your credit is really important. And when you don't pay attention to it, guess what? It can just run amok. And before you know it, even as a young person, you'll look up and wonder why you've got bills and debt that maybe you didn't create, or even if you created it, maybe somebody created it for you. So I'm telling you, I'm so excited to start a new program helping young people pay attention to their finances, pay attention to what you are learning in school, but also wisdom and extra information that you get out of school. So I'm really excited about that because I'm finding some young people really are ready. You got young people out here working two or three jobs, but they're not understanding the concept that when they're working, y'all, this heads really get on my nerves, but we don't talk about it. But they don't understand the concept of not when they're working, either they're spending all their money taking Ubers to work. And so they need to concentrate on how they can cut the cost of getting to the job, um, not spending your hourly wages. If you're working a job and you got an 8-hour job and you take an Uber that costs more than the hourly wage that you just made working for a full hour, then it's something you need to think about. You need to figure out how you can effectively change that cost that you're spending so that you can make. And then as you're saving money, even if you go down the line later and the weather or the seasons change, you have a little extra money that if you need to take an Uber, or you don't have a car to drive, or you need extra gas because you live far away, you can do that. But we have to teach our young people how to save and the importance of their credit. Because I don't care how much money you have, and believe me, I learned from experience. taken from a woman who had a whole lot of money. I ain't gonna say nothing. But anyway, um, and didn't know how to manage those funds, you could throw them all in the street real quick and look back and be like, where did all my money go? So it is a pleasure for me to be able to help young people concentrate more on their finances and positions in life. Because, like I said, you can have all the money in the world, but if your credit is bad, you still can't go buy everything you want. Because some people just don't take cash. Okay, so lesson number one, and I can't wait to sign young people up for our program because it will be starting very soon. So, anyway, I'm glad to be able to share that little bit of information with you tonight. And if you think that you need to learn how to better manage your money, you need some financial literacy, you need to call My Daughter's House Incorporated. Look us up. I gave you the website, www.mydaughtershouse2.com. All right, go over there to our website, get the information for our address, where to come, and who to contact. My number is always listed on my Facebook, my Instagram, and my YouTube. So feel free to go in, um, leave a message. Okay, y'all, I'm trying to get the guest in. Okay, y'all. I don't know what just happened, but there go one guest. Okay. But feel free to go over there, get that information, and let me know that you're interested in participating in that because it's really important. Hey, guest, how are you?
Hey, hello,
Oh, this is our
hello.
co-host coming in here live. Y'all know I ain't got my earbud in. Say something, girl.
I finally got myself together.
All right, all right. Well, it is good to have you here. And I don't know where the rest of the guests at. Um, I did send out the link to them, so if they come in, I'll be watching. However, I was sharing with our audience um, about being financially comfortable and learning about finances. Finance is important. We were talking about financial literacy um, and how our young adults are paying more attention to their money now. And
Well,
the goal is to get them to do that
yeah, and I
in their
also want
credit.
to say, I had a conversation with one of my son's friends yesterday, and we was having a conversation. And when I get up here, I'm gonna have a conversation with my son because we was talking about profit loss margins and venture capitalists and things like that. And he was like,
Hmm.
"Yeah, I learned about that in my business class." So I'm trying to figure out. Um, I need to talk with that youngest because I know you go to the same school, and I'm trying to figure out um what's going on,
Got you.
and
All right.
is he in this class taking advantage of that? Because that's more stuff that young people need to learn about while they're in high school, before they get out of college. I mean, before they get out of graduate from high school, and people start handing them credit cards.
Hmm. You got to know how to handle them.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to have them. You just have to know how to manage them. And as I was just saying tonight, we are here to encourage one another. And I also, I'm sorry, my screen is moving, but my tripod is broke. And so my camera is actually in my hands tonight. Okay. And that's, I'm trying to be still. Okay. Um, but I was just sharing that how I got a call tonight, and it was really great to hear that the advice given has been followed, and they are able to bear witness to what was being taught them, and now they're excited because where they started off way in the bottom, guess what? They halfway there, and so they're excited if they keep up with the program, the mission, the goals that they've set. I'm looking forward to getting a good report that they have accomplished every goal that they've set. And that is a pleasure for me to be able to help people do that.
Uh-huh.
Especially our young people. When they working hard, you need to see the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be just working just to be working, to pay to go to work, to pay to come home and have nothing that you can enjoy. So the importance of savings is the importance of all of that. And sometimes it takes great discipline. Every time your friends want to do stuff, you have to have the discipline to know I have a goal, and right now that's not conducive to my goals. So no, I'm gonna pass. So these kind of conversations we have to teach our young people ahead of time before they drown in debt. So I was, trying to keep the conversation on the light note tonight. It is Saturday. So, like I said, we were here to encourage people tonight and not hold them too long because it's Saturday night. And then we will pick back up with everything we do, y'all, next Friday on Real Talk 100 again. But tonight, Miss Rose, do you want to add something to that when we're talking about encouraging our young people and their goals?
Yes. Well, I know that, excuse me, I know today that,
Hmm.
you got a few good reports about some young ones you was working with, and I'm just happy to see that it's all coming to fruition because, sometimes when they feel like they're coming out of high school or when, they get ready, they're getting close to that graduation, and all it feels like, now what do we do? Okay, now the last day of school, I went to the last day of school, now what do I do? And, it's important for kids to know that college and further education is attainable because some people think that, if they ain't got it all together right now, then they just locked out, and that's because
Yeah,
nobody has took it to, took the time to tell them you can do this, you know,
absolutely.
you don't have to have $1 million to go to college, you know,
Yeah.
and that's always the thinking, if your parents don't know what some parents don't know what they didn't know.
Hmm.
You can't teach where you don't what you don't know or where you haven't gone. So I would say, I'm just very encouraged. Um, I'm very encouraged to see the direction that the young people around me are going and how they're looking forward to moving their self forward and how they're looking forward to, life goals and things like that. Um,
Absolutely.
and I'm very happy about it, to help them know, they can take some of that pressure off themselves,
Hmm. Hmm.
because you paying for college one class at a time, okay? I'm just, I mean, it seems like because to them they seem like that when they go they should have everything. There's community college, there's trade schools. You paying for this thing
Yeah.
one class at a time. It's not like somebody's gonna ask you for $50,000 as soon as you go the first day. You gotta have that check ready. No, and that's how they try to make it seem unattainable to like kids that I feel like in households where instead of offering them college, they offer them military. You know what I'm saying? Don't offer my babies no
Hmm.
military because they can go to college. They don't go to,
Hmm.
you don't ever see college recruiters in higher income schools. Put it like that. You don't see them there. You see college open houses there. You know what I'm saying? You don't see any
Hmm.
Army ROTC. You don't see that. They only put them in schools where, people have like a working class family, you know what I'm saying? Or lower middle class, or you know what I'm saying? That's where they put the college recruiters. And I mean, put
So
the
you would say that
military
that's what
recruiters.
So you would
Mhm.
say that that's been a practice that you have noticed in
I have very well
areas.
noticed that. Yes. Instead of offering like low income kids college, they Regis College, they first thing they do is have somebody walk up to them talking about, did you think about joining the military? No, they don't think about joining the military. It's the last thing they want to do. They be fighting for their life on the street. Why they want to go fight for their life across? No, no, they want to go to college. They want a different outcome. So, but I mean, there's a place for those who do want to go to the military. But I mean, kids need to
Absolutely
know.
not, because we have a lot of young folks in our families who are
Hmm.
in the military. So yeah,
Yes.
we're not knocking the military, not at all, because we
Right. If
have
that's what
chiefs,
you
we
want
have
to do.
sergeants, we have retirees, Navy men, Army men,
Yeah.
Air Force. We have all four in our family,
Yes. But
from
young
uncles
kids,
to aunties to nieces to nephews.
right. Right. And they were there because they want to be there. But there's this one
Choice.
class of, yeah, there's this one class of kids who figure that if they don't go to the military, then they can't go to college. Because the first thing they tell you, well, if you go to the military, we'll help pay for college. You can get this and this and this. Well, you can go to college anyway without going to the military.
Hmm.
They didn't tell you that. You just, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
times
So,
have changed. Times have changed, and whereas it used to be difficult, where people had to, if your parents didn't have the income to send you to college, the military was the way to get the free education. But a lot of things have changed these days, and there
right.
are so
And
many
even,
other programs available, and we have to make aware to
yeah.
our young people that there are other avenues if military service is not their
Yeah.
choice.
Because if you
um
go to the military ain't your calling, then you end up with a dishonorable discharge. You know what I'm saying? And that follows you your
mhm.
whole life. So,
Well, that's very, yes, and that's good information. Also, you know a lot of times when our young people are in school and they get to their sophomore, junior, senior years, your sophomore, your junior years, um, should be career oriented. And if your
hmm,
counselors are not making sure that your classes are lining up to your goals, perhaps you should, as a parent, make sure that you are paying attention. And if it's a young person who's having to structure their own plan or goals in life, you too, because a lot of times there are courses that you may be able to do an internship during the
yeah,
time you're in school, just to get
yeah,
that hands on. And if you miss out and wait till your senior year and then they throw it down there, okay, I'm telling you, example, this happened. Um, Back in the day when girls wanted to do cosmetology or anything like that in school, you had to sign up for that in your sophomore year so you could do it in your junior and senior year. But they didn't tell a lot of us about it per se, and I'm not going to use the color card, but I would more say those who didn't appear to be able to go to college or didn't fit the part, they would not even mention that you need those 2-year courses, that you needed to take those classes in your sophomore year or in your
mm,
junior year. They wouldn't even bring that information to the table. They would have a select few that they would do it for. And so it's important when your children are in high school to also know what the curriculum is, know what they are offering, know what kind of outside courses they can take. Some are taking grad school classes in high school. um, there's a lot of opportunities that they miss out if they're not paying attention.
hmm,
So parents, watch out, keep track of your high school students as well as your elementary students, but don't let your child miss opportunities that are out there because you didn't do your due diligence in researching it. Because a lot of times we have to peel back some layers to find what we're looking for. But as
hmm,
long as the goal is met, let's get to it.
yep.
You know. because everything's not going to be on that piece of paper that they bring home. Go on in the website and look on them those courses for 11th graders and your seniors, your juniors, your sophomores, and what they can do now and what they can take. Get your child the best advantage in life that you can, because right
Mm-hmm.
now you know how they always say, well, this generation they just ain't gonna do nothing.
That's not
But
true.
if we start now helping them, giving them a hand up, and encouraging them to advance and do better things and greater things, you'll be surprised at how things will turn around. Don't write everything off as a lost cause or people.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that.
Yep.
So, Miss Rose, you got something else you want to say?
No, that was what I had to say.
Awesome. So I wanted to say, and y'all saw my camera move again. Yes, we got the moving camera tonight. Um, but so I wanted to say this was definitely, and I didn't want to stay too long. So we made this a 30-minute clip. We got about 6 more minutes, but definitely wanted to get that information out because our young people are about to go back to school, and let's send them back in better than they came out last year. All of this foolishness of trying to put fear in them, they are who they are. And guess what? When you are covered and you are covered by the blood of Jesus, don't you be worrying about this gonna happen, that's gonna happen. Either you believe or you don't. And when and I know people say, oh well, these senseless murders that go on, understand nothing is senseless. If you believe and you
Mm,
say that everything in life happens for a reason, that God has a plan for your life, and if you truly believe that, then you won't say it's senseless or this shouldn't have happened. Know that he already knows the day and the time of your departure from here, and how you will depart. So however it is, just be ready and have done your best in this life.
yeah.
That's the important thing. We fail to remember that sometimes. And I'm not taking away from anybody's sorrow, because weeping may endure for a night, but joy will come in the morning. And so I'm not trying to take away from your sorrows or any pain, because you have to deal with that, on whatever level that you're able to deal with it. And if you need help, seek help. But truly understanding that no matter how hard it will lighten up down the road. But right
Mm-hmm.
now, we need to take care of our children that are going to school, and we need to not allow the Hill and the Senate and all the other people that are writing the bills and taking the school money and changing the zonings and all the other stuff that's going on. You need to go ahead and open up a book and keep educating your child, so when they go home, when they go to school, and when they come home, you know what they're learning, and you know that they have learned, but you yourself have equipped your child with what they need to succeed in life.
Mm-hmm.
Don't leave that in somebody else's hands,
Right.
because the teacher is the teacher, and she gonna teach what she want to teach, and when she get tired, she gonna send your child go back home every day to you. So
Mm-hmm.
prepare your child for things in life. Don't put your child's future in the hand of someone else. Make sure you know the plan.
Right.
You help them with their goals,
Mm-hmm.
and then follow through. Because there is nothing like accountability. When you see them, well, look at here. Have you did this?
Yep.
Scratch off the list. Because first, write it down, make it plain, and then let's follow through so we can get you to every goal that you have written down. How are we going to obtain this? Step by step. Let's get through this. Y'all, it can be done. They're listening. If you
Mm-hmm.
talking and saying something. So let's talk to our young people, okay? Don't talk
Mm-hmm.
at them, talk to them and encourage them. I'm looking for a high rate of graduates in the next coming graduation year. I am speaking that no weapon formed against these young people will prosper, that they will have a safe an awesome year in school. This is their season. Now, everybody jump on in. Let's make it happen. Continue to pray, continue to cover them, and continue to look out for them. All right, it's our given duty.
Yep.
All right. So, you want to add something else?
No, ma'am. I'm complete.
All
I
right.
I
So, I want to
co-sign
say,
everything you said.
I love you.
Love you too.
So, I'm going to say thank you for taking the time to come join tonight. I want to thank anybody who's watching. If you catch the replay, please don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube. Joyce's Journey, and I am not Joyce Myers. It's Joyce's Journey. Okay. All right. Do that. Also, don't forget that we are taking donations for school supplies and any monetary way that you can help make this community event the best event it can be. We're going to be helping the homeless. We're going to help the kids go back to school, and we're going to be also giving out some personal care items and food. So
Hmm.
it's going to be a wonderful community time and sending our kids back to school with joy and peace and love. So you guys follow my Facebook, look for the flyer, and if you care to donate, please do so. Thank you, and thank you again for joining us tonight on Real Talk 100. This is Joyce Spencer Mintz and my co-host, Miss Rosemary Carter. We want to thank you all as usual. And we'll see you all next Friday at 7 o'clock for Real Talk
All right.
100. All right. Have a good
All right.
night.
Good night.
Signing off. Good night, dear.